Narayan Shri Hari Madhava Narayan. Respected friends, welcome. Receive my hearty salutations, gratitudes, congratulations, submissions that you continue this path of keep on learning. Because whenever you stop learning, you become old, and whatever you have learned, you start forgetting. Many people miss this beautiful thing of consistently learning, and the things to be learned are wide and vast and infinite. The spiritual learnings, the Vyavahara learnings, the professional learnings, learnings regarding how I can serve the whole world at large, or learnings to serve the society in which we are living. How beautiful a human life! Potentiality is so much that can be brought into practicality by keeping on learning, of course, practicing also. So that's my submission. Don't get stagnant in this path of learning by being irregular, discontinuous. To such glorious exposures to the Shastra Jnana mainly. I don't recommend you anything from my side, it's your choice. My only recommendation is studying our own Hindu Sanatana Dharma Moksha Shastras of Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Ramayana-3 and Smriti Granthas. This is the only thing I recommend. I don't recommend you any novels of here and there. They are not so great either by the author wise or the theme wise or the benefit wise. As I see it, you need not be accepting my opinion. But this opinion that the Shastra Adhyana, Tattva Shastra Adhyana empowers us in a direct, straight, positive, unfailing direction, there's no doubt about it. Even this, I leave it to you. But I'm praying you also join me that we together study, learn, practice, inspire the world to walk the glorious Dharma Marga, Moksha Marga, not the destructive Artha Marga and Kama Marga. Seven things today also. Common sense thought, Sankalpa, Sahanavavatu, Rigveda Mantra Parayanam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter. Next shloka, Sad. Om we have seen, Tat we have to see today. Tat word and its meaning. Viniyoga कहते हैं उसको. How the name of the Lord, Om Tat Sat are utilized. That is what the guidance we are getting. And here, having told us the importance of Shraddha, Bhagavan is checking and testing our Shraddha. That I am telling you. That these are the name of the Lord. That these if used, you will be specially blessed. I told you. Agar hai Shraddha, to karo practice or get the benefit. Like that. Then we will see our Taittiriya Upanishad, the second Anuvakam today, in which the Annamaya Kosha is explained with its glory and Anna Brahma Upasana. Then we go for our Tulsi Ramayanam, Sri Ramacharita Manasa, Hanumanji, Mata Sita, Samvada starts. Very beautiful things. The entire 7 classes of ours today. So let us start. The first one is the common sense thought. Okay. In today's common sense thought, these 6 or 7 things you be mindful about. I will give you an example. Then I'll give you the ideas through the example. I leave it to your thinking, discretion, and achievement. Understanding, practice, achievement. Short and sweet and quick, I try to tell. Like when you are at the age of 3 years, 4 years, let us say, and even little lesser than that, up to 4, 4.5. Imagine that scene, if it might have happened in your life, or you can see it in your neighborhood, etc. Your mother at that time, she was young. So she has to do the cooking work at home. Let us say because your grandparents, father, yourself, brother, sister, herself, खाना खिलाना है सबको. So if you don't eat food, then you are weak. Okay, the food is essential. That is a goal. If it is achieved, then all are eating happy. Now the mother is there as the cook. Now, can she make all happy by not giving the food? Hypothetical example. She has to give only. Then how can she give the food if the food is not ready there? You know, food has to be ready there. Okay. In the same way, now the sequential thinking देखो. Is the food available or ready by itself there? I'm not talking about the online ordered food, etc. घर में बनाने का. No, even one small item of a chutney और चपाती पुल्का तैयार अपने आप बनकर आटे से टेबल पे आके नहीं बैठता हो. She will have to make that all cookings. Whatever are other everybody's demands or requirements or needs or the day's plan जो भी है एक एक चीज उनको बनाना ही पड़ता है तभी वो बनता है. Chawal doesn't come from the bori cooked and sits in that patila. No, she'll have to cook and put there. सब्जी दाल अपने आप नहीं बनते हैं. हाँ बनकर तैयार है तो यू ईट अदर सीट दे एंजॉय. But she'll have to cook. Never forget the need of cooking for the food to be ready, consuming the food for being healthy, happy. She'll have to cook. That is practical action aspect. Now, can she cook the food if she doesn't have the desire at all to cook? The desire, sankalpa, that day, मुझे बनाना है, I love all my family members, I must give them the food. So I have this now idea thought desire to cook. That sankalpa का हो desire का हो. नहीं है तो 1,000 people can push her, she will not cook. because है नहीं मन में इच्छा कामना. she can say तुम अपना बना लो जिसको जो चाहिए या मंगा लो बाहर से, मैं नहीं बनाऊंगी आज. तुम भैंसों को गधों को सुना खिला खिला के डेली यू आर बिकमिंग मोटा. हाँ, है ना. पति इज बिकमिंग पतीला एंड आई एम बिकमिंग पतला. है ना. पति बिकमिंग पतीला एंड आई एम बिकमिंग पतला. मैं नहीं बनाऊंगी आज. Isn't it? If that's not there, she can never cook. That's it. Point one. तो कितने हो गए? To be happy, food is to be there. For the food to be there, it has to be cooked. For cooking it, you have to have a desire to cook. But she has desire to cook. But can she cook like today's mad, school, college going useless girls? No. Then what? She should know how to cook. Whichever the item and whatever the steps and processes. है ना. whether she is learned it from the mother or from the टीवी में देख कर हो ना रेसिपी बनाने कुछ भी हो उनको सारा ज्ञान होना चाहिए. है ना. शी कैनॉट ऐड वाटर फॉर तड़का. शी शुड नो कि तड़के के लिए तेल डालते हैं, पानी नहीं डालते करके. आई डिडंट नो. इफ शी सेज व्हाट टू डू, नॉट नोइंग कैन नेवर बी एन एक्सक्यूज. यू हैव टू नो इट. Isn't it? Even if you have desire, but you have to know entire cooking, every step, all items. But more beautiful than that, it is what, even though you know cooking, you have to remember it at the time of cooking. Steps. For any reason you forget it. अब एक चीज किया दूसरा डाला, है ना. फिर बाद में खाना खराब होने के बाद अरे यार वो डालना था ये डाल दिया. Like in an exam, you youngsters, you have known the answer and all, but exam hall में याद नहीं आया. अब वो देगी ओनली 2-3 hours टू राइट. 3 hours you didn't remember it. अब एक आप पेपर दे दिए घंटी बजाए, यू आर कमिंग आउट डन, यू रिमेम्बर ऑल द आंसर. एंड पीछे जाके यू टेल यार फिर से अभी लिखता हूँ. ये अलाउड है क्या? ऐसा होते तो ऑल चिल्ड्रन कम होम स्टडी एंड गो बैक एंड राइट अगेन बिकॉज दे नो द क्वेश्चंस नाउ. There's no use of you knowing the knowledge before and after and forgetting it at the time of performance. Very, very essential. So this is how the 5 things. One, you have to cook. Second is you have to have the desire. Third one is you have to know it. Fourth one is you have to remember it. है ना. then only the cook will be food will be ready there. You have to make food should be ready to make them happy. It should be cooked practically. You have to have the desire to cook. There must be clear knowledge about cooking. And the fifth one is you should remember it. Many of us forget this aspect. We are wise before and after. At the time of incident, we are otherwise. Many a times. We regret later on. यार क्या यार पहले याद रखना चाहिए. Now, when these five things are at one side, there is a sixth one more difficult to your mother. That when she wants to do all that, not that it is fully free, she has the 10 other things which are not at all related to this process of cooking, which she has inevitably manage. Think about it. That your grandparents need some tea, coffee that time only, or some medicine or hot water, और देना पड़ेगा. At that time only, bell ring करेगा. She has to receive a courier or something. And that time only बिजली का कोई प्रॉब्लम हो या कुछ something or the other she will have to attend. More than all that, you are there, useless fellow. How much you do the nagging that you want her attention. Therefore, you hold her pallu and kincho at the age of 2.5, 3 years. She'll shout, मैं खाना बना रही हूँ. You never care. You well the go to खाना बनाना. Don't make it. You come play with me, the fellow. Entertain me. Tell me the story which I never understand. That's why I sleep. So you will lag her. Sometimes you really have stomach pain, or you are hungry when you are 6 months, 8 months, 9 months age. You don't know, but you shouted, "Ah," करके. Then she'll have to leave the cooking and come. है ना? कोई-कोई चीज़ कम भी होएगा डालने का, डबल भी हो जाएगा, नमक वगैरह. रेसिपी स्पॉइल्ड. समटाइम यू आर some कीड़ा-मकोड़ा काट रहे हैं तुमको, and sometimes you are so naughty, just you started walking and you go and किसी टेबल के नीचे घुस गए and you don't know how to come out. Then you cry, she'll have to come. Lord Krishna was doing so much nonsense. Yashoda had to tie him to that pestle mortar. She has to pull his ears many times. Danda पकड़ के beating. And you all are Krishna followers only. Geetha पढ़ रहे हो ना? In other aspects of Krishna you may not follow, but this thing we do. Now, how many times our mother, in these aspects, she had to manage all of them, especially we. Sometimes she lovingly tell her, बेटा 15 मिनट रखो खाना बना के आऊंगी रहो. Or sometimes she says, oh काम करो तब तक I'll come. Or she gives something to eat or something to play. She'll have to negotiate and manage you and I, we the children. Or she'll sometimes say, मैं बोला ना जाओ बैठो. She'll have to frighten. Sometimes एक थप्पड़ भी दे दिया. Anyway रो ही रहा है ना और दे ही दो. ही इज गिविंग मी अ चांस कि अपने आप ही रो रहा है तो दो डाल ही दो. एनीवे रो रहा है ना, कोई एक्स्ट्रा है जरूरत नहीं है. बट शी विल अटेंड टू द कुकिंग. शी हैज टू मैनेज ऑल ऑफ दैट. In the same way, in our life also, these are the six things. And the last one, she'll have to cook by herself. There's nobody. Zindagi may be whether it is outer successes or spiritual successes. है ना? The success is called cooked food there, example में. And the cooked food can never be ready without cooking. So too, the success can never happen without working for it. Whether spiritual success or your worldly goals. Without working, you can never achieve. Remove this notion from the mind that बिना कुछ किए मिल सकता है ना. Only those reservation category feel people and the ones who are sold out to the freebies by the politicians, those stupid liabilities to the society, they are in the misconception of getting something without working. In some majburis like cyclones etc. come, the house is totally gone, have no food, therefore helicopter से खाना पोटली दे देंगे. That's okay, that is occasional, the compulsion. But in other cases, I will not work what I want. They are all lazy, reservation, tamasic, shudra type of people. You never be trapped into that thing. We have to be the other way around. I do maximum and create maximum and give it to others. Not that I am a lazy fellow, do nothing, and others are creating and I am consuming. एक एक चीज का फिर वहां उधार बनता है, लोन बनता है ना, ऋण बनता है, फिर उसको चुकाना पड़ता है विथ टैक्स, है ना, विथ ऑल दोज टैक्सेस और दिस व्हाट डू कॉल देम, या never get trapped into this. If you don't want to do something, then don't expect something. That's it. If you want something, just decide I have to do it. That's it. Don't find alternative between the directly proportionate doing and result aspect. Clear? Unless you do, you will not get. करना ही पड़ता है, practical aspect. Now the next one is in the sequence of the example. If you don't have the desire to do, you will never do it. And this desire for outer bhoga naturally comes because we are all animals. Those vasanas are strong. But the desire for spiritual sadhana, desire for services, desire for our doing the duty, it won't come. We have to create it. This is a big challenge. By knowing the importance of the result and by knowing the need of doing, you have to create the desire and do it. A desire creation for the thing to be done is the most greatest achievement. अब कैसा करोगे, दिमाग लगाओ, सोचो. रोते हुए स्वामी जी, but you know I don't want to come to your class. Shut up. You should want to come and sit. Then only you listen it. You learn it. Instead of desire, you can call it as inspiration, a positive one. You should be inspired to work. And when the goal is noble, when you know the value of it, when you love it, you will do it. Inspiration, like the youngsters all over the country, last 10 days, especially in Maharashtra, Andhra, and all. Lakhs and lakh crores of youngsters for this 11 days of Ganapati Bappa Moria. क्या क्या नहीं किया उन्होंने. Went to house, collected money, went to shop, bought that Ganapati Bhagwan, made that pandal, made him sit there, decoration, lighting, all the 10 days. Youngsters only. बूढ़े लोग कुछ नहीं थे, कम थे वो. फिर आके प्रसाद खा रहे थे वो. Some were there. Only youngsters. The Nach, the Gana, the Bhajan, the Puja. And yesterday, even now it's going on Hyderabad. 1,30,000 गणपति निमज्जन हुआ, फिर भी 30,000 आर इन द लाइन. कल तक चलेगा वो. No, how come those youngsters they were there? You observe it. It is a global record and beauty and divinity. No country can do like this. Only in Bharat Mata. नवरात्रों में भी है वो गणपति का उत्सव सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट, जन्माष्टमी भी, because they are inspired. They were all the 9-10 days they have done it. Not an ordinary thing. That is what is going to protect our youngsters and through them our country by grace of Ganapati, because they have done. And if the doings are more divine, more beautiful, more sacred, or badhiya hota. Total globe you can bless. Our Indians through that yearly 9 days or 11 days of Ganapati Puja can charge the world and invoke grace of Ganapati to bless the entire globe for the entire year. अगर पद्धति से करो तो उसमें उतना शक्ति है, पूरा पद्धति जानकर. एंड एक्चुअली टू द यंगस्टर्स द होल लोकेलिटी आल्सो शुड हेल्प. The people also should go and sit for kirtan, bhajan, call some Mahatma. He will give you the stories of Ganapati or other satsanga, जीवन का रहस्य सिखाएंगे, essence of Geetha, Ramayana, Upanishad. These are all have to be done during Ganapati Utsav. In these 101 lakh pandals, how many places Mahatmas are invited to our satsangs? I don't know. Neither organizers do, nor the listeners are ready. अब सिर्फ गणपति लगाया और चिल्लाया और आखिरी दिन जाके पानी में डालो तो उतना ही हेल्प मिलेगा, जितना करो उतना ना. लाइक एनी आइटम्स यूज्ड फॉर कुकिंग आर ऑफ लो क्वालिटी, द फूड दैट इज रेड आल्सो इज लो क्वालिटी. तेल जो है ना घाटा घटिया वाला, सब्जी आप भी सड़े हुए डाल रहे हो तो सब्जी भी वैसा ही बनेगा. तो यू वांट टू हैव ए ग्रेट रेसिपी कमिंग आउट, एवरी इंग्रेडिएंट शुड बी ऑफ हाईएस्ट क्वालिटी. So if you want Ganapati Puja Phala, Puja should be with that highest quality. सुबह 5 बजे उठकर जाकर नहा के जाके गणपति का पूजा करके वहाँ थोड़ा कान पकड़ कर करके थ्रू आउट द डे गणपति स्मरण करते हुए praying for everyone. No, evening also come sit and any time during the day whenever you have time sit there half an hour and do japa puja prarthana deeply from the heart. ये सब करो तो he will come. He will bless. So my thought is what? The desire or inspiration, right? Then even though you are inspired to do and achieve, again the basic things remain as we saw in the example of mother. You must know what to do to reach your goal. That has no alternative. She must know how to cook. You and I also must know clearly what to do to achieve the goal. Without that jnanam basic, what will I do? Like if my goal is spiritual परमात्मा, वो पाने के लिए क्या साधना करनी है, एक एक स्टेप मुझे जानना है डिपेंडिंग ऑन वेयर डू आई स्टैंड नाउ. It's very essential. Not only I must know, but I also must remember it at the time of doing. ज्ञान होना है, उसका स्मरण होना है. ज्ञान एंड स्मृति. मत्तः स्मृतिर ज्ञानम. See. At the same time, abohanam, forgetting the other nonsense. What we are saying is from Geetha only. So we have to have the knowledge complete, and we also have to have remember at that time of what to do to your goal, and every step scrupulously, systematically, perfectly you have to do it. You can't have an alternative. You should never think of it. All is one side, the other one is other side. What is it? The nagging. You are nagging your mother, no? She had to manage you. So, us also, we have all these things to nag us. Our buddhi will be very nagging. It is dull-witted, it is sleepy. So, you have to awaken it by all the techniques known. Your mind is distracted, it has its own sleepiness or its own desires, sankalpas, fears, notions. These are all the nagging mind. You have to manage. Everybody has to do so. So, Pradhana Mantri ho, Mukhyamantri ho, everyone have their own inner personality nagging them. The one who are able to successfully negotiate with this, then the other five they do, they become successful. The one a PM, CM or anybody wants to bring their country, जो कर पाया वो successful हो रहा है, जो नहीं कर रहा है गया. So the intellect's dullness, the mind's distractions, the cravings of the senses, the body's laziness, and the outer world nonsensical obligations. These are the five things which are the nagging ones. Everyone. So you have to manage them. Somehow, जैसा माता करती है ना, मारना है तो मारेगी, डांटना है तो डांटेगी, प्यार करे तो प्यार करेगी, उनको ऑब्जेक्ट देना है तो देगी एंजॉय करने को. शी डज समथिंग दैट शी इज फ्री. She cannot avoid the child doing all that nonsense. She will have to manage. So too the body will have its laziness, its sleepiness, its heaviness, depending on what nonsense food we are eating and all. The senses also crave. The eyes want to see the TV, the ears want to listen music, the tongue wants to eat. You have to manage all of them. I mean, the mother cannot totally be with the child. Then who will cook? In the same way, we cannot be slaves to all this. Then how will you achieve your goals? Who will achieve goals for you? And without goal and achievement, we are animals. Animals don't have goals and achievements. As a human being, we have to have the worldly goal, the service goal, the spiritual. And all that, in all these aspects, we have to become masters in the intellectual knowledge. Then become practically masters. Then you achieve it. In the satsanga, we only give you that knowledge aspect. What should be the goal? How to achieve. Gaining that knowledge, remembering that knowledge, मैनेजिंग योर ऑल आउटर थिंग्स, उसके लिए कुछ आइडियाज दे सकते हैं बस, बट करना खुद को है. सो टू being practical, strengthening your inspiration or desire, and being practical. Nobody can help for do for us. And why should anybody do when it is our life? Why should anybody help? मूर्ख है क्या? How can you think that others should stop their work and help me? It is the other way around. You should your work and help others wherever they require. Not that we justify our laziness or non-performance. Remember these 6-7 things. Very crucial. 2 बार सुन लो इसको. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास सन्तवाङ्मयुक्त साध्यसाधनानुभव तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनधर्म संस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्तमन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति उभागानामपि तेषां निरन्तरशास्त्राध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः अस्मात् क्षणात् एव समग्ररूपेण शाश्वतरूपेण सम्यक् प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां समस्तयुवानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति देवताभक्ति गुरुभक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति सत्संगभक्ति साधनाभक्ति सेवाभक्ति देशभक्ति धर्मभक्ति सनातन धर्मभक्ति मातापितृभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्र उच्चारणम ऋग्वेद पारायणम श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता सप्तदशोध्यायस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः द्वितीय ब्रह्मानंदवल्याः पारायणम अध्ययनम अर्थाविष्करणम श्रीरामचरितमानसांतर्गत सुंदरकांडांतर्गत श्रीरांजनेय स्वामिनः लंका यात्रा अध्ययन द्वारा विजय रहस्य अवगाहनम वयं सर्वे विवेक वैराग्य भक्ति ज्ञानादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्य मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थम भारतवर्षार्थम सनातन धर्मार्थम विश्व कल्याणार्थम च करिष्यामहे. संकल्प हो गया. ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. The Vedic chanting 10 minutes or 8 minutes. Om Ata Veda Patanam. Om Ata Shri Rugveda Parayanam Veda Parayanam Prathama Mandalam Shadadika Shatatama Sargat or Anuvakat Arabhya Shaduttara Shatatama Anuvakat Arabhya 106th Anuvaka onwards. 110. 5 of them we will do. Let us see. ॐ इन्द्रं मित्रं वरुणमग्निमोतये मारुतं शर्धो अदितिं हवामहे रतं न दुर्गाद्वसव सुदानवो विश्वस्मान्नो अंहसो निष्पिपर्तन तदा त आदित्या आगता सर्वतातये भूतदेवा वृत्रतोर्येषु शम्भुवः रतं न दुर्गाद्वसव सुदानवो विश्वस्मान्नो अंहसो निष्पिपर्तन अवन्तु नः पितरः सुप्रवाचना उत देवी देवपुत्रे ऋता वृथा रथन्न दुर्गाद्वसव सुदानवो विश्वस्मान्नो अंहसो निष्पिपर्तन नराशं संवाजिनं वाजयन्निह क्षयद्वीरं भूषणं सुम्नैरीमहे रथन्न दुर्गाद्वसव सुदानभो विश्वस्मान्नो अंहसो निष्पिपर्तन बृहस्पते सदमिन्न सुगङ्कृधि शम्योर्यत्ते मन्हुरितं तदीमहे रथं न दुर्गाद्वसव सुदानभो विश्वस्मान्नो अंहसो निष्पिपर्तन इन्द्रं कुत्सो वृत्रहणं शचेवतिं काटे निबाढ ऋषिये ऋषिरहवधूतये रतन्न दुर्गाद्वसव सुदानभो विश्वस्मान्नो अंहसो निष्पिपर्तन देवैर्नो देव्यदितिर्न निपातु देवस्ताता देवस्त्राता त्रायतामप्रयुच्छन् तन्नो मित्रो वरुणो मामहन्तामदिति सिन्धु पृथिवी उत द्यौः 107 यज्ञो देवानां प्रत्येति सुम्नमादित्यासो भवता मृडयन्तः आवोर्वाची सुमतिर्ववृत्या दम्होश्चिद्यावरिवो वित्तरासत उपनो देवा अवसागमन्त्वङ्गिरसां सामभिः स्तूयमानाः इन्द्र इन्द्रियैर्मरुतो मरुद्भिरादित्यैर्नो अदितिः शर्मयं सतु तन्न इन्द्रस्तद्वरुणस्तदग्निस्तदर्यमा तत्सविता च नोधात् तन्नो मित्रो वरुणो मामहन्तामदिते सिन्धुः पृथिवी उत द्यौः 108 य इन्द्राग्नि चित्रतमो रतो वामविश्वानि भुवनानि चष्टे तेनायातं सरतं तस्तिवां साथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य यावदिदं भुवनं विश्वमस्तुर्युवा रुव्यच परिमता गभीरं तावागम् अयं पातवे सोमो अस्त्वरमिन्द्राग्नि मनसे युवभ्याम् चक्राते हि सद्र्यङ्ज्ञाम भद्रं सद्रीचीनावृत्रहणा उतस्तः ताविन्द्राग्नि सद्र्यञ्च निषद्यावृष्णः सोमस्य वृषणा वृषेताम् समिद्धेष्वग्निश्वानजाना यतसृचा बर्हिरुतिस्थिराणा तीव्रैः सोमैः परिषिक्तेभिर्वागेन्द्राग्नि सौमनसाय यातम् यानि इन्द्राग्नि चक्रतुर्वीर्याणि यानि रूपाण्युत वृष्ण्यानि यावां प्रत्नानि सख्या शिवानि तेभिः सोमस्य विवतं सुतस्य यदब्रवं प्रथमं वां वृणानोऽयं सोमो असुरैर्नो विहव्यः तां सत्यां श्रद्धामभ्याहि यातमथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य यदिन्द्राग्निवदथ स्वेदुरोणे यद्ब्रह्माणि राजनिवाय जत्रा अतः वृषणावाहि यातमथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य यदिन्द्राग्नियदुषु दुर्वशेषु यद्रुह्युष्वनुषु पूरुषुस्तः अतः परिवृषाणावाहि यातमथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य यदिन्द्राग्नि अवमस्यां पृथिव्यां मध्यमस्यां परमस्यामुदस्तः अतः परिवृषणावाहि यातमथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य यदिन्द्राग्नि परमस्यां पृथिव्यां मध्यमस्यामवमस्यामुदस्तः अतः परिवृषणावाहि यातमथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य यदिन्द्राग्नि दिविष्टो यत्पृथिव्यां यत्पर्वतेष्वोषधीष्वप्सो अतः परिवृषणावाहि यातमथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य यदिन्द्राग्नि उदिता सूर्यस्य मध्ये दिवा स्वदयामादयेते अतः परिवृषणावाहि यातमथा सोमस्य पिबतं सुतस्य देवेन्द्राग्नि पपिवांसा सुतस्य विश्वास्मभ्यं संजयतं धनानि तन्नो मित्रो वरुणो मामहन्तामदिति सिन्धुः पृथिवी उत द्यौः 109 विह्यख्यं मनसावस्य इच्छन्निन्द्राग्निज्ञासौत वा स जातान् नान्यायुवत्प्रमतिरस्ति मह्यं सभां धियं वाजयन्तीमतक्षम् अश्रभं हि भूरिदावत्तराभां विजामातुरुतवाघास्यालात् अतः सोमस्य प्रयति युवभ्याम् इन्द्राग्निस्तोमं जनयामि नव्यं माच्चेद्मरश्मीरिति नादमानाः पितॄणां शक्तिरनुयच्छमानाः इन्द्राग्निभ्यां कं वृषणो वदन्ति दाह्यद्रि दिशणाया उपस्थे युवाभ्यां देवी दिशणामधा येन्द्राग्नि सोममुशते सुनोते तावश्विना भद्रहस्ता सुपाणी आ धावतं मधुना पृक्तमप्सो युवामिन्द्राग्नि वसुवो विभागे तवस्तमाशुश्रववृत्रहत्ये ताभा सद्या बर्हिषि यज्ञे अस्मिन् प्रचर्षणीमादयेतां सुतस्य प्रचर्षणिभ्यः पृतनाहवेषु प्रपृथिव्या रिरिचाते दिवश्च प्रसिन्धुभ्यः प्रगिरिभ्यो महिता महित्वा पुरेन्द्राग्नि विश्वा भुवनात्यन्या आभरतं शिक्षतं वज्रबाहु अस्मा इन्द्राग्नि अवतं शचीभिः इमेनुते रश्मय सूर्यस्य येभिः सवित्वं वितरो न आसन् पुरन्दरा शिक्षतं वज्रस्तास्मा इन्द्राग्नि अवतं वरेशो तन्नो मित्रो वरुणो मामहन्तामदिते सिन्धुः पृथिवी उत द्यौः 110 तन्तं मे अपस्तदुतायते पुनः स्वादिष्टाधीतिरुचधाय शस्यते अयं समुद्र इह विश्वदेव्यः स्वाहा कृतस्य समुत्तृप्णुत उर्भवः अभोगयं प्रयदिच्छन्त ऐतनावाकाः प्राञ्चो मम केचिदापयः सौधन्वानसश्चरितस्य भूम्ना गच्छत सवितुर्दाशुषो गृहं तत्सवितावो मृतत्वमासु वदगोह्यं यच्छ्रवयन्त ऐतन त्यञ्चिच्च मसमसुरस्य भक्षणमेकं सन्तमकृणुता चतुर्वयं विश्वेशमीतरणित्वेन वाघतो मर्तास सन्तो अमृतत्वमानशुः सौधन्वना ऋभवः सूरचक्षस संवत्सरे समपृच्छ्यन्त धेतिभिः क्षेत्रमिव विममुस्तेजने नगम् एकं पात्रमृभवो जेहमानौ उपस्तुता उपमं नाधमाना अमर्त्येषु श्रव इच्छमानाः आमनीषामन्तरिक्षश्च नृभ्यः शुचेव घृतं जुहवाम विद्मना तरणित्वा ये विदुरस्य नश्चिर ऋभवो वाचमरुहन् दिवो रजः ऋभुर्न इन्द्रश्रवसा नवीयान् ऋभुर्वाजेभिर्वसुभिर्वसुर्दधिः युष्माकं देवा अवहसाहनि प्रियेऽभितिष्ठेम हृत्सुतीरः सुन्वताम् निश्चर्मणरुभभोगामपिंशदसं वत्सेनासृजता मातरं पुनः सौधन्वानसः स्वपस्यया नरो जिभ्री युवाना पितरा कृणोतन वाजेभिर्नो वाजसाता विढ्रुभुमा इन्द्र चित्रमाधर्षिरादः तन्नो मित्रो वरुणो मामहन्ता मदितिः सिन्धु पृथिवी उत द्यौः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So 10. Now Bhagavad Gita, Om, we have seen its value Vinyoga. Today we will see the Vinyoga of the Tat name of Paramatma. So as it is said in the devotional language, Bhagwan's name is so powerful. As we explained yesterday toward the end, that the Nami follows the Nama. When the Nami comes after the Nama is called, that Nami has got all his powers to help. Isn't it? Like the mother is Nami. Mother or Amma, what you call your language, is Nama. So Amma, the Nama you called, the Nami came. Then what you want, she will help you. तो नीचे गिरे हो या को भोजन चाहिए कुछ भी चाहिए. So Om Tat Sat are the Nama of the Paramatma. Paramatma is infinitely powerful and kind to give us even the ultimate moksha. You should recognize these facts and then use the Nama to invoke the Nami and his help, his blessings, so that our goals are achieved, our problems, difficulties are avoided, or even vignas are avoided. So clear, no? What is the problem in that? Like when you have to do some work and you're not able to, तो कोई है वहाँ उसको नाम से बुलाते हैं रे भैया या कोई भी हो, he comes and helps you. कहीं जाना है, you call your driver and you sit in the car, he drives and takes you. The Nama, Nami, he is the Shakti of driving. You may be rich and educated, but you don't know driving. In that aspect, he is greater than you. Without him, you can't travel in car. Like the servants at home. You may be educated, moneyed, but if they don't come and clean your house and all, you will be in the dust only. That way, they are greater than you. So you need their help. So you have to call them, isn't it? That is what the Viniyoga of these three nama we are seeing. Let us chant the mantra number 25th. 24th twice, 25th four times. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. ओम श्री कृष्ण परम ब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः श्रद्धात्रय विभाग योगः चतुर्विंशति पंचविंशतितमौ श्लोकौ श्रीभगवानुवाच तस्माद् ओमित्युदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपक्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनाम् अगेन तस्माद् ओमित्युदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपक्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनाम्. Now the next one four times. Om तदित्यनभिसन्धाय 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 फलं यज्ञतपक्रियाः फलं यज्ञतपक्रियाः फलं यज्ञतपक्रियाः फलं यज्ञतपक्रियाः दानक्रियाश्च विविधाः दान क्रियाश्च विविधाः दान क्रियाश्च विविधाः दान क्रियाश्च विविधाः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिः. टुगेदर श्री भगवानुवाच तदित्यनभिसन्धाय फलं यज्ञतपक्रियाः दानक्रियाश्च विविधाः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिः. अगेन श्रीभगवानुवाच तदित्यनभिसन्धाय फलं यज्ञतपक्रियाः दानक्रियाश्च विविधाः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिः. Good know every day spending few minutes for chanting of our sacred scripture shastras. We are lucky than any other religion to have thousands and thousands of them. Oh, let us be truly lucky really by chanting them, learning them. मैं तो कहता हूँ मैं every Hindu सनातन धर्मी should by heart at least 1000 mantras. कम से कम वो तो बहुत कम नंबर है. Some from Upanishads, some from Bhagavad Gita, some from Purana, some from Itihasa, some from the other stotras, etc. Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranam, मेन वाला कम से कम 1000 तो बाय हार्ट होना चाहिए. मिनिमम इट इज व्हाट इज आई रिमेम्बर. आप चाहो तो अभी सुनाते जाऊंगा मैं. Isn't it? The whole Gita itself is 700 shlokas. Done. Any other text? Oh, बहुत सारे. Then you can always enjoy that remembering. If you have a little Sanskrit jnanam and you know the meaning of it, reveling in it, contemplating it, grasping the essence of it, using your brain to commit to do that sadhana, life will be beautiful. And what we remember is only the Kama Krodha creating cinema gana or the TV serials and all. So what you remember, that's what becomes your nature. That's what you tend to do. गीता श्लोक याद आना चाहिए. I can only request you, suggest to you. You are not my so close children that I can give you 2-3 bangings and compel you to study. No, I have no right at all. Even if you give, I will not take. I teach and leave you. I don't have right on you. You are left by me. I have no right on you. Isn't it? Gita Shlok. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what was the topic going on? Om Tat Sat iti Trividaha Brahmanaha Nirdeshaha Smrutaha. These three are the names of the reality supreme. The Brahman went on, passed on from generation to generation, right from beginning of creation or the evolution of our Shastras. Then Pura in the beginning, Tena from that Brahma, whose three names are Om Tat Sat, Vedaha, Yajnaha, Brahmanaha. Brahmanaha, Vedaha, Yajnaha, Viditaha. Brahmanaha, Tena Vedascha, Yajnaha, Vita Pura. And this Brahmana and Brahmana through Veda, Veda through Yajna, Yajna, because of the blessings of the Devatas, we are surviving in the world. We have the Brahmana, Devata, he will teach us the Vedas. Vedas tell us to do the Yajnas. When the Yajnas are done, the Devatas bless us with those respective results. Again, we have seen in Gita 3rd chapter, Devan bhavayata anena, anena yajnena. Te devaha bhavayantu parasparam bhavayantaha shreya paramavapsata. Then ishtan bhogan hi vo devaha dasyante yajna bhavitaha. With yajna, when you worship, propitiate the devatas, whatever the ishta bhoga you have, they are ready to give. भाई ये बात सुनकर आज से ना तुमको घटिया से घटिया भी कोई डिजायर चाहिए, डोंट आस्क एनी घटिया पीपल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, आस्क द भगवान. While giving the desire fulfillment, he will also give you knowledge, wisdom, discrimination, vairagya. When you can desire, why you ask the ghatiya, ask the badiya only. Bhagavan and Guru will teach us. Bhagavan somehow will tell us, anyway you are asking for desire, why don't you ask for better? The example is Dhruva. He asked for the place position to sit in the lap of the father. Asked father only. Then father himself was reluctant because he's afraid of his second wife, Suruchi. Then when he was seated somehow, the Suruchi came and pulled that Dhruva from that. And she shouted at him, you become my son. Then only you get a right to sit in the lap of your father. She has her son Uttam. Uttam can sit, not you. Dhruva is son of Suniti, the other first wife of that Uttanapada. Priyavarta, Uttanapada, Akuti, Devoti, Prasuti, they are children of Manu and Shatarupa. So then she told also, and he caught it. Go and worship God and be son of me, my son, then you will be allowed. He goes and cries in front of his mother Suniti. Suniti कहते, this is what our unfortunate what to do, but what your stepmother told is correct. Go and worship God. See the guidance he is getting. Lucky na? When he went out to the jungle to do worship God, what would he done? Doesn't know. Naraji came. Looked at that cute boy of 5 years. कहाँ जा रहा है जंगल क्यों? To do tapasya. Do you know anything? I don't know. Then how will you do? The Lord will tell me. What is a faith? Because you came sent by Lord only. Now you tell what to do. He tells the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Dvadashakshara mantra, Ekadasha, Dvadashakshara. Om add karo Dvadasha, nahi to Ekadasha. Now that child worshipped God, yaar, for the sake of getting the position to sit in one lap of his father. Laptop बनना है उसको, पिता. उसको रुचि आके तो सिर्फ धक्का दे दिया उसको बेचारा. Then as he was doing that tapasya and as he was becoming nearer and nearer in his tapasya of only calling the Lord by Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. यहाँ ओम तत्सत बताया और नारद जी ने ओम नमो वासुदेव. He went on doing. जैसे जैसे भगवान पास में आ रहे थे, मतलब उनका तपस्या स्ट्रांग हो रहा. His desire changed in that 5 years boy. When I asked the Lord, I have to ask, why ask for the lap of Father? Let me get the kingdom only. As he was doing, even that desire gone away. Even as a kingdom also is temporary. Let me have a world of my own. ध्रुव लोक कहते हैं उसको. That desire God gave him inside as if. Then really Bhagavan came. He blessed him. What do you want? He said, not again the other two things. पापा के गोद में बैठना या राज्य का राजा. I want it separate ध्रुव लोक only. पोल स्टार कहते हैं उसको. भगवान said तथास्तु. And as Bhagavan said तथास्तु and he was going, again that time this fellow feels so bad. When भगवान का तपस्या करके भगवान को मैं यहाँ बुलाया, he can give us moksha only, आत्मज्ञान देकर. What a fool I am! I asked for Dhruvaloka. Same thing Yamaraj also said in Kathopanishad to Nachiket. I did this Nachiketa Agni. With that I could have reached Brahmapada, but I asked for Yamapada. I became Yama. But somehow in between, some gurus I approached, I also got Brahma Jnana. That's okay. But अब यमराज के रूप में तो मैं कर रहा हूँ काम. What do you ask for this Narayana? He feels so regretted and guilty. Dhruva, Bhagwan mujhe moksha chahiye. He said, anyway, you asked that. I said, Tatastu. Now, this 15,000 years, you'll be there as the pole star. Thereafter, you'll get moksha. But the idea is what? Even though he wanted the lap of God, he asked the Bhagwan, lap of the Father. Because he asked Paramatma, Paramatma enhanced his desiring capacity from the Gadiya to the Badiya. The ultimate moksha only he asked and he got, or he will get. He's in the process now. Is there the pole star guiding all solar system and all? When his tenure and period is over, he will realize. So, Vinayog ki baat. I told you so many things. When you call the Nama will come and he has all powers to bless us. Example of Dhruva, I told you. He called only Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And when you ask the Lord from the smallest desire, he only blesses us to ask for the higher desire. Therefore, don't ask anybody anything. You want to become chief minister? You want to become Naxalite? You want to become terrorist? Ask the God. He will make you and he'll make you realize यार ये बेवकूफ़ी है ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. You understood? This is what the Viniyoga of this Om Tat Sat three names. The Bhagavan wants to give from the Vedas, the great names. So Brahmanaha, Vedaha, Yajnaha, Vihitaha Pura. So from the Om Brahmanas came, from the Tat Vedaha came, from Sat the Yajnas came. Then Brahmana gave the Veda Jnanam, Vedas told to do the Yajna. Yajnas are addressed to the Devatas. Devatas, as I told you, Geetha third chapter, they will fulfill our desires. Ishtan Bhogan Hivo Devaha Dasyante Yajna Bhavita. Ishtan Bhogan is two. What is Ishta for you? And second, what is Ishta for them? Like when my mother loves me, what is Ishta for me, she gives. And what is Ishta for her, which is best for me, that also she gives. Her Ishta, which is in my good, not imposing. Or what is Ishta to the Lord to give us moksha? Slowly He will give that if we approach. अब हमको carry नहीं कर रहे. You are never going to the mother. You with your wife will eloped somewhere. Then she can't give you what you want and nor what she wants to give you for your better. हम गए और तुम्हारे बर्थडे के दिन अफसोस रोती रहती है. मेरा प्यारा बच्चा हर साल बर्थडे पे मुझे मांगता था. अलॉन्ग विद दैट मैं ये भी बना कर देती थी. अब गधा चला गया. है ना? घर जवाई बनकर मेरे को छोड़कर. So too we have gone away from the Lord and begging the people who are double beggar than us. And what the beggars give you? What they have, which they have begged, which is insufficient, which is very of nasty quality. अब देखो ये सारे तुम यूथ हो ना जल्दी समझना चाहिए. Don't think that स्वामी ये सब बड़े बड़े बात हम नहीं समझ सकते. If you are listening to the classes from last 715 days, you would have really matured to catch all these points. I was तो giving you all training. If you are irregular, मैं क्या करूं? अभी कोई बात नहीं, सुनो पहले लेक्चर से. Okay. Now in that, first one Bhagavan said, Tasmat Om iti udahritya. Yajna, Dana, Tapaha, Kriyaha. प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततम ब्रह्मवादिना. अब देखो, ओम तत्सत is the name of Lord 3. You have to use them. That's the Vinyoga. While explaining the Vinyoga of them, in all the shlokas from 24, 25, 26, you see, Bhagavan is mentioning Yajna Dana Tapaha. That means what? You must do Yajna Dana Tapa inevitable, But for the required blessings, empowerment, conveniences, removal of obstacle, do the Vinyoga of Bhagavat Nama. When you take Bhagavan's name and do them, you will achieve. So only taking the name won't help you, but you have to do these things. And when you take name, the Lord will give you knowledge, resources, everything to do. Recognize it, you have to do. That's the leela of the world. है ना? भगवान मनुष्य को बुद्धि कैपेसिटी टू दिया तो यूज करने के लिए दिया ना. If somebody is appointed as an officer, that he should do the work. For that only that job is given. If he says I don't do, then there's no meaning in it being an officer. Even if you are given by reservation also, that most expecting that you do, you are given. Anyway, reservation से नौकरी दिया मुझे, अब तुम ही काम करो, मैं नहीं करूंगा. नहीं होता ऐसी बात. In fact, if somebody is going to do double work, he has to do. Because even though I was not deserving, I got it. Let me do double and show I am deserving. Or the given opportunity I have used. By the way. So Om is said now. The next one is Tat Pada in the next today's shloka. Okay. Beautiful one. Little meaning I tell you. First is Moksha Kankshibhi. The ones who are desiring liberation, moksha, from all limitations, all bondages. ओके. मोक्ष का अर्थ होता है बंधन से मोक्ष. बंधन है जिससे हम लिमिट होते हैं, जिसे हम कमिट कंडीशनड होते हैं, जिसमें हमको स्वतंत्रता नहीं होती. सो ऑल आवर उपाधिज आर बाइंडिंग अस, नॉट गिविंग अस लिबरेशन. दे आर लिमिटिंग अस, दे आर कंडीशनिंग अस. सो टू द आउटर वर्ल्ड, विच एवर वी वैल्यू द थिंग्स एंड बीइंग्स, they bind us, they limit us, they condition us. Bondage, limitation, conditions give misery. Wanting to free from that is called moksha. So you come from the home to the class because you are bound at home, you find moksha in the class. From the class, you leave it and go like the YouTubers because you find it as bandha and somewhere you want to go, that you feel that it is a place of moksha. Means feeling of bandhana, effort to be mukta or moksha, all the time we are doing. But our informations are not clear. What exactly finally binding us? From what if we really get bound, liberated, no more will be bound again. ये हमको वेदांत शास्त्र गीता ही बताता है. So I explained to you all moksha kankshimi, the desires of the moksha. What they do, ki tad iti, they utter the word tat, the name of the Lord. Then anavisandaya phalam, without worrying about the phala shakti. फल के साथ दिमाग नहीं लगाते हुए यज्ञ दान तप क्रिया, यज्ञ तप क्रिया, दान क्रियाश्च विविधा क्रियन्ते. दे डू द यज्ञ क्रिया, तपस्या क्रिया एंड अनेक दान क्रिया. दीज मोक्ष कांक्षेस. तो इसमें when they are doing yajna dana tapa without any phalasakti and taking the name of the Lord Tata, they are becoming qualified through, of course, the means of first Antakarana Shuddhi, second the availability of the Guru, third going to and surrendering to the Guru, fourth being taught by the Guru the Tattvas Mahavakya, fifth getting guidance from him as to how to contemplate on that, and through the contemplation knowing the self. Once the self is known, there is no bondage because in the self there is no bondage. It cannot be, it is illogical. And in the not self, it is bondage only. It cannot be happy, it is illogical. Anatma mein moksha impossible. Atma mein bandhan impossible. Very clear? In this way, taditi anavisandaya phalam yajnatava kriyaha dana kriyaha kriyante moksha कांक्षी. So 2-3 more thoughts of this I'll share with you tomorrow. Then सत की बात भी 2 श्लोक होते हैं. हाउ टू डू द विनियोग ऑफ द सद नेम्ड वर्ड. ओम तत्व सत्व. These 3 are the name of the Lord. Let us 11 times chant it. Om Tat Sat, 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 Om Tat Sat. Hey Bhagavan, please give success in our study of Shastras, understanding Shastras, doing the sadhanas as told by the Shastras, and reaching you. Thank you. Now let us do our Taittiriya Upanishad. ओम अथ श्री कृष्णे यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीयोपनिषद द्वितीया ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली शांति मंत्र ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति शांति शांतिः अथ द्वितीय अथ द्वितीय द्वितीयोनुवाकः second anuvaka. Okay, in the first anuvaka, the one who knows Brahman, he will be obtaining the ultimate. Nature of Brahman is Satyam Jnanam Ananta, and the place of finding him is in our own heart. The result of finding him is the bliss of him is equivalent to the happiness which we gain by involving in all the things of the world with all our faculties, plus the Brahmananda which is unique to itself. Both are obtained. Saha ashnute sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipashyata. It. Then from that Brahman only the Srishti came. How? Akasha, Akasha Vayu, Vayu se Agni, Agni se Jala, from the Jala water, Prithvi from the Prithvi Oshadi, from the Oshadi Anna, eating the Anna, all we the Purushas. Therefore the Purusha is Anna Rasamaya. And this Purusha can be compared with a Pakshi. So he has got Shiraha, Dakshina Paksha, Uttara Paksha, Atma and Pucham. Now let us start studying one by one kosha. About this, there is a mantra in Rigveda. We are studying Yajurveda, Rigveda mantra, which talks about this Sharira and it has come from Anna. Anna is nothing but Brahma Swarupa. Therefore, when you worship the Annam as Brahma, every time we get, anytime when we need, we get Annam required for our Sharira Poshana. We will never suffer the lack of food or the wrong food, insufficient food. That is the Falashruti of Anna Brahma Upasana that is said here. In the second Anuvaka, it has two parts. First Anuvaka is this, second is beyond this Annamaya Sharira, there is Pranamaya that is introduced. In the next Anuvaka, that Pranamaya is explained, and inside that there is Manomaya. In this way, this portion of Brahmananda Valli, by explaining to us the five koshas layers, takes us to beyond the five koshas, the Brahma Vastu in our own heart. आप सुनो, आपको ये भाषा सुनना पड़ता है 10-12 बार, then you get familiar. Like maths, physics, chemistry, years together you heard, therefore you are familiar to catch those ideas, concepts. The sports, cricket, because you watch, you know what's happening. Ask your grandmother what is cricket. She thinks like she is doing the झाड़ू of the कचरा. कोई बाल डाल रहा है, कोई मार रहा है, कोई काम धंधा नहीं है भैया, they are doing it. But you are familiar, therefore you know it. And you never go to the kitchen or clean the house, so you don't know those ideas. But the parents, they do, they know it. So जिसको आप expose करते हो वो आपको पता चल जाता. तो be exposed to these shastras and jnanas, Upanishad and jnana, some years, then you get an idea. And it's the best thing. Even the foreigners are attracted and fascinated by the glory of Sanatana Dharma and its teachings. Those who are very adamant and stubborn, they don't change. But those who are open and unbiased, they say, यार nothing like Sanatana Dharma. हम आ जाएंगे, शास्त्र पढ़ेंगे, तत्व जानेंगे. Right from the Muhammad onwards, all these Jesus and all, कहाँ से सीखे सब? They all have learned from Sanatana Dharma Shastra only. You know, if they have got Jnanam, Jnanam won't come unless somebody reveals. So somebody should reveal who is there before. And who are there before? Our own Rishi Muni. And what they taught is this Upanishadic Jnana. Upanishads are eternal. They are the expression of the Lord. Okay. Now, today I'll explain you this. Annadvai prajaha prajayante. Because of the food, the beings are born. Yakascha prithvi shritaha. Whoever the being, human or anyone, are on the globe, they are born because of the food consumed by parents and all. Atha annena eva jivanti. After the birth, they are alive only because of food. Atha enadapi anti antataha. When we die, we go back to the anna only. Either हमको जला दे या दफना दे, पानी में डाले, we only go back to the earth to become again the food. this sharira. Okay, then annam hi bhutanam jeshtam. Therefore, the food is the most important thing for the beings. Then tasmat sarva aushadam uchyate. Annam is the one who is a oshati. Not only removes the disease of hunger, but also removes other diseases because it gives energy, nourishment, and immunity. Then sarvam vaite annam apnuvanti ye annam brahma upasate. If somebody is doing the upasana that the annam is Brahman only, whether it's a chocolate or the rice or biscuit or roti, chapati, some anna hai, that is Parabrahma only Sakshat. The one who does the upasana of it. And what is the logic behind? The annam is Parabrahma because anna came from Oshadi. Oshadi came from the earth. Earth came from the water. Water from fire. Fire from the air. Air from the Akasha. Akasha came from Parabrahma. Therefore, Parabrahma only is there in the Anna Rupa, catering to our need of the body. Knowing this, the one who does Anna Upasana is Anna is Brahma, Brahma, Brahma. उनको क्या है ना सर्वम द्वैते अन्नम आपनुवन्ति. They will get every time, anytime the desired food or required food. They will never have a problem. ये अन्नम ब्रह्मोपासते. And then therefore again अन्नगम ही भूतानाम ज्येष्ठम. अन्न ही श्रेष्ठ ज्येष्ठ है. तस्मात् सर्व औषधम उच्यते. Therefore, it is called as Aushadhi for all. So you get the food, you give others also food. Then Annat Bhutani Jayante. Jatani Annena Vardhante. Born from the food, stay because of the food only. Adyate Atticha Bhutani. What is the meaning of the Annam? The two meanings of Annam are it is eaten and it is a eater. Dono. Like this body is Annam because Atti. It eats the food. And this also is called as Annam because when I die, if my body is left there, some of the insects or the crow, they eat it. So ये अन्न को खाता है और खुद भी अन्न बनता है, इसलिए इसको अन्नम कहते हैं. ये खाया जाता है और खाता भी है, इसलिए इसको अन्नम. अद्यते अतिच भूतानि तस्माद अन्नम तदुच्यते. हो गया. तस्माद व ए तस्माद अन्नरसमयात अन्यः अंतरः आत्मा प्राणमयः. This is another one, pranamaya. Beyond this, annamaya. Tomorrow we'll talk on that. Now, the whole idea is look at the whole world of beings. All of them are Parabrahma in the form of Anna. So respect the Anna as a Parabrahma. You will never have problem with the Anna. Always you get it. And the other things I told you a little bit, 2% only. 98% when you study through the Bhasha and give more time. I am not giving it right now. ठीक है. ओम अथ द्वितीयोऽनुवाकः. ओम अन्नाद्वै प्रजाः प्रजायन्ते. अन्नाद्वै प्रजाः प्रजायन्ते. या काश्च पृथिवीगश्रिताः. या काश्च पृथिवीगश्रिताः. अतो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति. अतो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति. अतैनदपि अन्त्यन्तदः. अतैनदपि अन्त्यन्तदः. अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम्. अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम्. तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते. तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते. सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ति. सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ति. येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते. येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते. अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम्. अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम्. तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते. तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते. अन्नात् भूतानि जायन्ते. अन्नात् भूतानि जायन्ते. जातान्यन्नेन वर्धन्ते. जातान्यन्नेन वर्धन्ते. अद्यतेत्ति च भूतानि. अद्यतेत्ति च भूतानि. तस्मादन्नं तदुच्यत इति. तस्मादन्नं तदुच्यत इति. Done. Now chanting. Om अन्नाद्वैः प्रजाः प्रजायन्ते. याः काश्च पृथिवीगश्रिताः. अतो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति. अथैनदपि अन्त्यन्ततः. अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम्. तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते. सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ति. येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते. अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम्. तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते. अन्नात् भूतानि जायन्ते. जातान्यन्नेन वर्धन्ते. अद्यतेत्ति च भूतानि. तस्मादन्नं तदुच्यत इति. अब 5 बार पढ़ो तो आ जाएगा. अन्नाद्वै प्रजाः प्रजायन्ते याः काश्च पृथिवीगश्रिताः अथो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति अथैनदपि यन्त्यन्ततः अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम् तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ति येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम् तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते अन्नात् भूतानि जायन्ते जातान्यन्नेन वर्धन्ते अद्यतेत्ति च भूतानि तस्मादन्नं तदुच्यते इति तुम्हारो प्राणमय कोश अन्नमय बता दे आज there is nothing but the food only we get identified with it and all worried with all our anti worry that body one day will die it will have to become anna for others किसी का भी ऐसा ही होता है nothing to be worried about only the one who doesn't know the infinite atman that he is identified with the body and worried about it and that worry will worry every day and throughout life and every life as many times he gets the life whether it is animal or human body अन्न के बारे में अन्न शरीर से वो सफर करता ही रहेगा but the one who knows Brahman, he knows from the Brahma the Panchamahamutas came, from that the bodies came, they stay, they go, how does it matter? Okay. Now yesterday we have seen Sita ji ke samne Hanuman ji has dropped the anguti. She thought the Ashoka Vriksha has given the fire for her to immolate and die. So out of Harsha got up, took and ran there, took it. Then when they looked at her, it Chakita Chitava Mudari Pahichani. She has recognized that mudrika which she has lifted, it is a mudrika. Harasha Vishada Hridaya Akulani. Her heart became disturbed because of the two dual opposite emotions of Harsha and Vishada. Okay, na? This much we have seen yesterday. Today we will continue. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Sri Janaki Vallabha Vijayate Sri Ramacharita Manasa Panchama Sopana Sundarakanda Dwadasha Doha Anantara Chopai Ityadi Patanam Sri Anjaneya Sita Samvada Arambha. So, what was her thought when she saw that Mudrika and in that Sri Ramji's name is Ankita? Ankita is printed. Okay, na? She says, Jeeti ko sakai Ajay Raghurai. Who can win on Rama? He is an invincible one. Therefore, I can't say somebody defeated Rama and took that Anguti and he brought it here. Second one, Maya te asi rachna hi jai. This is Chaitanya Swarupa Anguti. भगवान का सब आभरण वस्त्र शरीर everything is pure consciousness only. So with Maya this cannot be made or it cannot be duplicated and I know it is original. ये राम जी का ही है. So nobody can defeat Rama and bring it here, nor a duplicate of it can be made. Therefore, either Rama might have come himself or he might have sent somebody and sent this through him. See that subtlety from Sitaji, these things we have to learn. Like any sukha dukkha comes to us, why will it come accidentally unless I do something good or bad? So bad I did, so dukkha I'm getting, let me not do any more bad. And sukha is coming to me because I do good, let me go on doing the good. And assessing good and bad, the phala giver is Ishvara. Ishvara tells what is good and what is bad in our Shastras. Let me study how simple the life is, how easier it is. थोड़ा दिमाग लगा के सुन के समझने से we live the whole life in a wrong way, misguided, without going to get the guidance from our gurus. मरते दम तक मूढ़ बेवकूफ की तरह हम जीते हैं, सीखना नहीं चाहते हैं how to avoid दुख, how to get sukha. By doing what we get sukha, by avoiding what we avoid दुख. अब क्या करें बताओ? Sita is very intelligent. She thought over. Then she says, Sita mana vichara karanana. In this way, Nana vichara she was doing. Possibilities, probabilities, what might have happened, Sahara. Because till you know the thing as it is, you have 100 imaginations, the capacity of the mind it is. Like when the mother asks you, बेटा बताओ मैंने आज तुम्हारे लिए क्या बनाया? So she has not told, she asked you. Then you guess 20 things. You on going, मम्मा you might have made आलू का दम आलू या तरी वाली आलू वगैरह या ये सब्जी पे वो पनीर बना you go on saying 20 things. देन यू से हार गया मम्मी इतना मम्मा कि आप क्या बनाए मेरे बोलते ढक्कन खोल के शीशोस इट इज एन एम्प्टी मैंने तुमको उल्लू बनाया. Then the boy says you wasted your time, I was already ullu. So when you don't know you imagine 10 things. तो here also सीता जी बस नाना प्रकार सोचना सीता मन विचार कर नाना क्या हुआ होगा करके. Then that time now Hanuman ji found that beautiful occasion. Madhura bachana boleu Hanuman. Hanumanji started speaking the sweet words. हाँ हाँ रामचंद्र गुण बर नहीं लागा सुरत सुनत ही सीता कर दुख भागा लागी सुनई श्रवण मन लाई आदि होते सब कथा सुनाई श्रवणामृत जही कथा सुहाई कही सुप्रगट होति किन भाई तब हनुमंत निकट चली गयऊ फिर बैठी मन विस्मय भयऊ रामदूत मैं मातु जानकी सत्य सपत करुणा निदान की यह मुद्रिका मातु मैं आनी दीन राम तुम कह सही दानी नरबान रही संग कहूँ कैसे कहीं कथा भई संगति जैसे नरबान रही संग कहूँ कैसे कहीं कथा भई संगति जैसे कवि के वचन सप्रेम सुने उपजा मन विश्वास जाना मन क्रम बचन यहाँ कृपा सिंधु कर दास सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुनाथ महाराज की जय. सो मधुर वचन बोले हनुमान. देखो मधुर वचन बोले हनुमान. He spoke sweet words. Means his voice was sweet, his concern was kind, the subject matter which he spoke also was madhura sweet. And which sweet is a sweet which we make? The variety of eatable sweets or the sweet fruits? No. For Sita ji and for Hanuman ji, there is nothing more sweeter than Bhagwan Nama and Bhagwan Gunagana, Bhagwan ki katha. This is the difference between a Shuddha hearted Bhakta and Ashuddha hearted Samsari. Samsari ko the bhoga vastus and the topic about them and consuming them appears to be Madhura. And he enjoys them temporarily. Thereafter, he becomes slaves to them and they won't be available all the time. Then that which was giving Sukha alone gives Dukkha. Whereas this Lord's name on Kahani, it will not give any tongue level of taste, but it is Madhura because the glory of Bhagavan is understood, with which devotion grows, knowledge grows. With the devotion and knowledge pure, all the impurities go away, the inner happiness gets revealed. तो रियली आनंद माधुर्य देने वाला है भगवान्स नेम एंड कथा. Therefore, it is Madhura for the matured people. Those who don't know this, those who never attend the Shastra Satsanga, never study the Shastras, never do their own contemplation, always busy with their senses and body in the indulgence in the worldly objects, they think that to be the Madhura, but बाद में वही दुख देने वाला. So, बोलेऊ वचन मधुर हनुमान. So he spoke sweet words. In that sweet words, what was the topic? Ramachandra Guna Varanai Laga. He started doing the Varanana description of the Gunas of Lord Rama, which are good for him also, for Sitaji. In Valmiki Ramayana, one chapter, he goes on telling the Ikshvaku Vamsha Raja Dashratha, how great Mahan. वहाँ से शुरू करके he has got 3 wives and then his eldest son is Rama. All that he talks. Up to all of that, he goes with Vishwamitra ji to protect the yajna and he finishes Maharaja Subahu and all. Then Vishwamitra ji takes him to Janakpuri where Sita ji ka Swayamvara Rama breaks that Dhanu, then the Vasishta ji, Vishwamitra ji, or Ram ji say, Janak ji and the Guru there, mm, they say, ki get married, they say, without Dasharatha, how can? Then Dasharatha ji and all of them are brought. In the meantime, the Janaka Raja has got another daughter, Urmila. She is fixed with Lakshmana Swami. Janaka's brother is there. He has got two daughters, Mandavi and Sudakirti, and they are married to Bharata and Shatrughna. All maximum Hanumanji tells in Valmiki Ramayana up to when Dasharatha wanted to make Rama as Yuvraj. That time, spoiled by Manthara, Kaikeyi asks for the two boons, because of which Rama had to go to jungle. Sita and Lakshmana follow, and all of that. Then Ravana coming and kidnapping. See, up to that he tells all story. Highlight is Ramachandra Guna Varnai Laga, the glory of Rama Guna and Rama Katha. Rama Guna is to invoke the strength and faith in her for her life, because वो तो अभी मरने को तैयार हो. Then Rama Katha is for the proof that I know all that means I am coming from Rama. So Ramachandra Guna Karanai Laga, Varanai Laga. He was doing the Varnana, the description of Rama Guna. Sunata hi Sita Akara Dukha Bhaga. That's what I said. While she was listening to the Divya Guna of the Rama, physical Saundarya and his Sadgunas, all her dukkha has gone away. This is what. Listen to Bhagavad Katha and enjoy the faith in Him, devotion to Him, upasana to Him, prayers to Him, and the assurances Bhagavan gives. I'll take care of if you are my devotee. Come to that level that मेरे लिए भगवान है और मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मैं और किसी के पीछे नहीं पड़ना मुझे. By His grace I am getting everything. So that's the meaning of sunata hi Sitakara dukha bhaga. Then she says, Lagi sunai Shravana Manalai. Then she started going on listening, bringing her ears as well as the mind there with attention. Then she says, Dasharatha onwards, entire Katha, when he saw Sitaji is attentive, Hanumanji went on telling every story 100%. And listening to all that, she now says, Shravana Munuta Katha Jehi Suhai. Sunai. Suhai Shravana Munuta Katha Jehi. Kahi so forgata hoti ki na bhai. So that was a wonderful nectarine story to the ears. The one who has made me listen, why that bhai brother is not appearing me in front of me? Why don't you come in front of me? The moment she says, Tab Hanumanta Nikata Chali Gayahu. Then he finds confidence, comes near to Sitaji. But first time she is seeing him. So he can be any of the Rakshasas and Ravana. Therefore, Firi Baiti Mana Visamaya Vayahu. Instead of looking at him, she turns the fairy bite. फिर कर उस तरफ जाकर वो बैठती है with her bhaya and आश्चर्य in the mind कि who is he? First of all, a vanara and talking a human language with all the Rama Gatha. तो विस्मय तो होगा ही एंड डर भी है बिकॉज शी इज इन दैट सिचुएशन. So she turned this way. Then Hanumanji will have to tell all his credentials, all his identities, etc. Listening to that, she becomes confident. Then they talk each other. She tells her problem, Hanumanji tells Rama Kripa, and that's how Hanumanji gives counseling and all that. What the lesson for you and I? Have somebody in our life who inspires us for the goal, who inspires us to remove the negativity, who inspires us to inculcate positive, who inspires us spiritually. They are all there around us, but we are only preoccupied with all nonsense. Come out of it, recognize such people, be in company with them, keep on empowering, inspiring yourself such way that you are achieving your outer goals, spiritual goals. Thank you. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shantima Priyat, Shantamuchit Bandebhya, Muktasthanya Anumochet, Astama Sadgame, Tamasoma Jyotirgame, Murtyur Mamritagame, Om Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat Purnamudachite, Purnasa Purnamadaya, पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परम शिव्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रम तत्सत ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, गीता माता की जय, वेदव्यास भगवान की जय, रामचंद्र भगवान की, सीता माई की जय, लक्ष्मण स्वामी जी, आंजनेय भगवान की जय, वाल्मीकि तुलसीदास भगवान की जय, रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. श्री याज्ञवल्क्य वैशंपायन अंगिरसादि महाचमस्यादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद महाशास्त्र की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, आज के आनंद की जय। हर नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्तगण की जय। भारत माता की जय, सनातन धर्म की जय, वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृति की जय, अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय, समस्त युवा मंडली की जय। See, so kind our rishis and munis. Simple name, Om Tattu Sattu. Only one and a half word, one and a half word, one and a half word they are. Letter, not even word. That's enough to utter to invoke the grace. We have seen in Geetha. Continue tomorrow. Take care. God bless you. Bring your friends.